The very first creative force that God brought into the world was to bring about light. Vayomer Elokim yehi or, let there be light. Vayehi or, and there was light. And we are told in the book of Genesis that there was confusion, there was chaos. And God brought this ray of light into the world. And he gave that as a pattern, so that when he instructed us to make a sanctuary, he likewise said, the first activity in the sanctuary is to kindle the lamp of the candelabra, the menorah, so that light would be brought into the sanctuary. And it's symbolic. We live in a world that is so confused, that is so surrounded by, enveloped by darkness. And we have a capacity to be lamplighters, and Aaron symbolized our responsibility to shed light, to bring warmth, to bring illumination and instruction into a very confused world. And then the Torah tells us that Aaron responded. Vayas Kain Aharon, and Aaron did exactly what God told him to do. And the commentaries are intrigued. Why do we need to be told that Aaron did exactly what God told him to do? Surely that would be expected of Aaron. He was the servant of God that was ready to do what God told him to do. What's the emphasis that Aaron did what God told him to do? And even the interpretation, explanation of the commentaries, Rashi says, Melamed Shaloshina, teaches us that he didn't deviate, he didn't change. The answer is leaving us with the same question. Why would we think he would change that which God told him to do? Of course he did it exactly as God told him to do it. And there are a variety of commentaries. I want to share two of them. The one commentary says that he didn't change means that the same way he did it the first time is how he did it the next, and a week later, and a year later, and 40 years later. Vayas Kain Aaron, he did it without changing the enthusiasm, the excitement, the involvement, the dedication. What happens to us after we initiate something important and we feel very strongly about? As time wears on, we wear out, and we're not so excited about doing the daily grind, the same activity every single day. I often say to a bar mitzvah boy, when he puts on tefillin the first time, may you always put on tefillin with the same enthusiasm. And one of the rabbis corrected me and said, not the same enthusiasm, it should be a growing, maturing enthusiasm. But at any rate, don't let that enthusiasm wane. Just because you're doing it every single day doesn't mean that you change in your approach, your excitement, your involvement in what we do. That's a beautiful message about all the things we're excited about. When we get married, we're excited and we think about all of the wonderful opportunities, and then we let ourselves just start becoming accepting and expecting, and we don't have the same excitement that we bring into a relationship when it's right at the start and at the beginning. And Aaron is telling us, Vayas Kain, he did it the same way as he had enthusiasm on day one. He never lost the drive and the energy to fulfill God's purpose and mission with excitement, with a feeling of I'm initiating something today. This is a brand new day, new light, new illumination. There's new opportunity. There's a second interpretation of Melamed Shaloshina. This teaches us that Aaron didn't change. And the second explanation is not that he didn't change the activity of lighting the candle, which we expected him to do exactly as God told him to do, but it teaches us that he didn't change means that he didn't change. Because there's another human failing. When we do something important and something we feel very proud of, and we feel that we've accomplished something important, often that goes to our head. We get infatuated with our own self and excited about our successes, and we become different people. We talk to people differently because this is me, my success, and I've achieved, and look what I've accomplished in life. We change because we've become so successful. Melamed Shaloshina means to teach us that Aaron did not change. He did not change. He was the same Aaron who was concerned for people, bringing peace between people, going to people and trying to bring brotherly love between individuals. He never got so involved with himself and his success that suddenly it was a new Aaron. This is me, the lamplighter in the sanctuary. I've accomplished so much. Don't think you can just approach me and talk to me as you did yesterday. Look what's happened in my life. I've changed. Says the Torah, Aaron didn't change. He remained the same individual, approachable, connected, involved with the people. He didn't allow success that he tasted to go to his ego and to his head to the point that he became a different person and people had to approach him differently. Two beautiful messages. One is, let us not change in our kindling of the light. Let's not change our enthusiasm, and let's remain dedicated with the same excitement. And let us not change ourselves. Let's not become over-involved with our success to the point that people look at us and say, it's very difficult to speak to the person, they've changed. Let's not change because we've been so successful. Have a beautiful Shabbos. Let it be a Shabbos of light and illumination.